Hi, everybody. Welcome to Brunch with Brian, your weekday live stream. And we tried to come back yesterday and had some technical difficulties. You might have joined us live and you couldn't see me too well. So we're back in the same location, giving it the old college try. We've been here with you over a year. Wow, I was going to do a big, huge 1 year anniversary on the actual day that we'd done our year, but we were actually not able to do that. So welcome back to Brunch with Brian. This morning I'm going to talk about the 6 puzzle pieces for success. These are what I think you need to have in place in order to have success in this business. And these are really important, and the first one is health and energy. Health and energy is really crucial in life and in business, and especially if you are starting a new business, you probably have a regular job and a regular life that are demanding of your time and energy, and especially your energy sometimes. So sometimes it's 5 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock at night, since normally your calling times, and I want you to have 4 calling times per week that are set scheduled times. Normally they're going to be later, maybe 3 of those 4 will be in the evening, and so you've already been working all day, and so you somehow have to summon the energy and feel healthy enough to attack the phone. And sometimes that's a big challenge. That's basically where people have the biggest problem, is where when they're getting into the business of real estate investing, is getting on the phone and being able to explain what you're doing and talk to sellers and talk to real estate agents and talk to banks and talk to whoever you need to talk to. And so a lot of that is confidence. So that's why we spend a lot of time getting the mental game correct. And that's why we smile a lot. It's National Doctors Day today. It's actually National Pencil Day today. Pencils are an interesting tool because you can erase it. Writing is a really crucial thing when you're writing up your structuring your deals and everything, but you got to be able to erase because deals change all the time. And that's the same with agreements and contracts. People ask me, how much do I fill out the agreement? If you know it, you type it in. If you don't know it, then obviously you're going to have to talk to them at the house, but don't use pencil. Now, if you do have an agreement you've written in pen or typed in, and you change a term, one of the 4 terms, you do scratch it out and you both have to initial it. Okay? Did you know the Alaska Purchase happened today? That's really interesting. They called it Seward's Folly. He was the Secretary of State at the time. He paid 2 cents per acre. It was probably the greatest real estate deal of all time, or one of them. The Louisiana Purchase was pretty great too. But you can buy land. Ron loves vacant land. It's funny because we paid $109 million essentially for Alaska. You know, it's Jeopardy. Jeopardy started today in 1964. That's so great. I love Alex Trebek, and our best wishes to his family. Passed on recently, but that he was great. Jeopardy's the one show where I know all the answers. Of course, they're looking for the questions on that one. No, actually, I'm really good at Jeopardy, and Trinity, my daughter, and I play it when we can, and it gives me an opportunity to pause it and kind of give her some hints, and also kind of quiz her on history and that, which is great, and certain topics. Gives you a wide breadth of knowledge. Do you know who earned the most money on Jeopardy? You might think it was Ken Jennings. It was actually Alex Trebek. Yeah. You definitely earn the most money from Jeopardy. Okay, so, it's actually Take a Walk in the Park Day, so try to do that if you can. And this is really interesting day. It's I Am in Control Day. Okay? This is actually from when Reagan got shot in 1981, and Al Haig went up there and said, I am in control. And technically he was not really in control. It was the vice president, so it was kind of a stink about it. But you want to be in control of your life, and you want to be in control of your health. You want to be in control of your family life and your friends and your work, and you want to be in control. And a big part of that comes, if you want to be in control of your life, learn role control. And that's really my favorite thing, what I'm focused on now. I've been working on that a lot, and I was writing that a whole bunch yesterday. We worked on the book for that, role control, understanding how the different roles you play during the day and the roles that you kind of inherited without realizing it. And the way you act, sometimes the way you act, that's like, you know you're not acting the right way. You know this isn't productive the way you're acting. Well, where did this role come from that you're playing out, that you're acting right now? It usually came from your parents or somebody that you role modeled unconsciously. And so you saw somebody reacting a certain way, and now you react that way. Usually it's your mom or dad, because you have to see it over and over, so you kind of learn that role. And so obviously your job is a role, and you have lots of different roles, and we're trying to help you create successful real estate investor. So create that role in your life and be that role, live that role. So that's what we're trying to help you in the 6 puzzle pieces to succeed. The first one is health and fitness. I'm going to talk about that. I always like to focus on that, because without that you really don't have anything. You know, you're not feeling healthy and you're not feeling fit, and even if you have a lot of money and a lot of success, you can't enjoy it because you're in pain and, you know, aggravated. So that's going to the doctor all the time. That really is no fun. And again, energy. Health is so related to energy, and you need the energy to be able to do, you know, to be able to get on the phone at night sometimes, okay? Number 2 is commitment, and I want you to commit to 2 things. I mean, that's a huge puzzle piece for success in anything, is being really committed to it. And part of being committed is understanding, commit to 3 things. Commit to, or, okay, I'll give you 4 things I want you to commit to. Okay, your goals. You have to write out goals that are compelling and you're committed to achieving them. And then a plan. So you got to make a plan. Now you got to commit to the plan, but guess what? Plans change all the time. The goals may not change, but your approach is going to evolve. So your plans will change. Commit to your plan, and then really commit to your schedule. That's where the rubber meets the road. 7 to 10 hours a week, that's really where you need the commitment, because sometimes you don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like getting on the phone at 7 o'clock. But that commitment to the schedule carries you through. So commitment. And the other commitment I want you to commit to is a positive mental attitude. That's hard too. That's hard too. And you know, there's always fear, and things will go wrong, and you'll get mad. And remember, anger is usually just a reaction to fear. So you're worried it's not going to work out or whatever, and so you get mad. And so having control of your roles and getting the right results, that's really crucial. Okay. 3 is training. Now you need training that really applies. I don't want you guys getting systems and buying training that ends up in your closet. And I've just seen that too many times, because I've done it too. I mean, you want to be getting systems that you're going to be using every day. That's why we love, obviously, our What to Say and What to Do system that we created with Ron LeGrand, because that is all the scripts. It's all the scripts Ron uses and what we use, and it's all the steps for every kind of deal. So it's what to say and what to do. And that's something, if you're not using your What to Say and What to Do system every day, you're not doing real estate investing. But if you're doing real estate investing, that's your whole path for success right there. Training. Now, these last 3 things, there's 6 puzzle pieces for success, and this business communication flow is one. So that's how the calls are coming in. This is how you're communicating with your customers, with your dream team, and with anybody that works in your organization or that you're having ongoing communication with. So you got to have good communication flow. You got to figure out your phone system and have that all set up right. And then number 5 is your customer funnel is operating. Now, every different business has a different customer funnel. Maybe your customer funnel is, you know, your Target, and you put ads out in the community and everybody kind of knows Target. So a person walks in your store. Your customer funnel is they see some ad or they know about Target. They walk in the door. You know, they should have a easy, you know, shopping cart and a nice experience. That's why Walmart has greeters up there. They're trying to have a good customer funnel, so people want to go there and they smile when they meet that greeter. A smile is so important. You guys know how I feel about smiles. And so that's Walmart's customer funnel is advertise, give good prices, advertise, market, cut prices, get people in the door, give them a good experience, more or less. I mean, a greeter at the door, and mostly you can find stuff, and you can usually find someone who can help you. And the checkout lanes are too long and all that stuff. Now, obviously, that's all been changed by the pandemic and the mask and everything. That throws a whole bunch of change into a customer funnel for an organization like Walmart or any organization nowadays. So what's your customer funnel for real estate investing? Basically, it's some kind of marketing. Again, you got to find the customer, or it might be an outbound call to a person who's advertising their home for sale. And then the funnel is the opening call, closing call, the deal meeting, and then follow-up. OCCCDM, opening call, closing call, deal meeting. That's the 3 steps, but don't forget the follow-up. I'm not going to tell you what the abbreviation on that is. So after you do your customer funnel, number 6 is your schedule. And that's, when I say committing to a schedule, I'm reinforcing that concept that if you don't put in the time, you're not going to get the results. So really in the real estate investing, some businesses will require 60 hours a week. If you're trying to open a Subway, you've got a whole different customer funnel and all this different stuff, and you're going to probably have to put in a ton of time or have a great manager or something to get everything set up and going. Now in real estate investing, really there is no inventory. You don't have to have a location. It just leads and you on the phone and knowing what you're saying. That's the start of the business right there. And knowing the paperwork, how to fill that out, finding a few key people to help you. All those things. Those are the customer funnel operating, and your schedule, sticking to that schedule, is number 6. There's other things that are great that are not as necessary, but we're going to talk about that today. Teaching Tuesday is today, so I'm going to go through today the puzzle pieces for success. Now those pieces, I'm going to go a lot more in depth, and those are really crucial. Those are necessary pieces. I'm going to go into some pieces that are going to really accelerate your success potentially that maybe aren't so necessary. Okay, let's do our breathing and smiling, guys, at the end here. Deep breath in. Always smiling, and a nice deep breath out. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Deep breath in, smiling. Hold it a second, and you're doing this with me, right? Otherwise I look dumb. Ready? One more. Hold it a second. All right, that always makes you feel good. Don't forget you can do that anytime during the, so we'll leave you on that up note. Don't forget Teaching Tuesday. I'm going to be joining you in about 7 hours and 25 minutes, or 7 hours and 15 minutes. And so definitely be there. That's 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Eastern time, and then we replay it 3 hours later, 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific. I know some of you guys on the West Coast can't make that call earlier at 4, so make sure you're there at 7. And now that we've been putting that word out for people to be there, people are understanding that we're getting a lot more people on that later call. So don't forget, we got those 2 versions, and so we'll see you today. Really important stuff. I want you to be able to put the puzzle together to have the success that you desire and deserve. So keep expecting success, taking lots of action, and sharing great training with us right here. See you this afternoon or this evening.